Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football. Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. Off we go from Cleveland. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league.
A gain of 14, good for a quick first down. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
Red on red.
They put Strange in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's taken in by Thomas. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
10 yards on the play. That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and 10.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. 2nd and 10.
He was covered by Denzel.
Red 24.
Now this looks like a design run.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
7th play of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Got his man, it's complete to Thomas. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
In motion is Myers. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he's down at the 3. What a run. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Etienne. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Leads to 2nd and
Again, they give it to Etienne. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Hey, we'll try and run with ETN. Powering forward. He's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer. Out of Colorado, Deion's son, Shedeur Sanders.
I'm not sure there was a more heralded player at the quarterback position, Mike, regardless of where they were drafted, than Shedeur Sanders coming out of Colorado. I mean, he was the story of the year, him in prime. Now the question is, can he bring that efficiency and explosiveness that we saw on Saturdays? Can he find that groove and rhythm in the NFL? And I think all the talent is there. How does he adapt to the NFL game? How does he adapt to being the face of an NFL franchise? I think if he can manage all of those things, I think on the field, he has all the talent you need to be successful at quarterback in the NFL.
Start of the second, Browns in control of the football as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Ready!
To throw is Sanders. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go!
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A 1st down on the scramble. A gain of 16. As Shedeur on 1st down. That's to the right side and incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go!
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. It'll bring up 4th down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
All right, let's go.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. This ball is intercepted. Tyson Campbell. Whoa. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal.
Ready!
From the gun, it's Sanders. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
To the sideline.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Ready, you ready? Take it.
On play action, Shador hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
60 Eagles. Ready.
From the gun, it's Shador, and that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
This part.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
The Jags offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10.
Hey, easy, route.
To throw is Lawrence. A quick slant into the hands of Thomas. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Hey, Ron.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Now a screen set up for ETN. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 25. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Parsons Lessinger there on the stop.
Hey, Lion.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. Now inside the 25. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 70 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He knocks it through, and the Jaguars move out on top, 14-0. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score, as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Out to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. Now he'll work his way out right. He'll try to run for it, and he's going to have The Browns first down by a good couple of yards. 4th and 4, and they pick up 6. They'll give it here to Judkins. Inside the 30. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it 1st and goal inside the 5.
A gain of 59 on the play. That's another drive.
Now, Shador. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal. Sanders will throw it. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. So, halftime straight ahead, and we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this 2nd half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Browns offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Gotta get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
First down.
Let's go.
1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Forced out wide. He'll take off again. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Sanders.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
Go. Steady.
Here's Sanders to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
And the best offense on 3rd downs, Mike, is to be really good on 1st and 2nd down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
He's got it to the goal line and in. Cedric Tillman, touchdown Browns.
I'll tell you what, Mike, there's being aggressive on 4th down, and then there's being really aggressive on 4th down. They weren't just trying to get an inch past the sticks. They were going for broke, but hey, when you have trust in your quarterback and your downfield weapons, I don't blame them.
Now for the point after. He's got it, and the Browns are on the board. It's now 14-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Brian Thomas now, and the Jaguars offense getting set for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. The Browns have it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Hey, Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The extra point is up and through. And the Browns will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Brian Thomas now, and the Jaguars offense getting set for their next possession. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down.
Let's go.
In motion comes Thomas. A 1st down throw for Lawrence. This one hauled in by Thomas. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked by the former Bruin out of UCLA. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the top.
Intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
32-yard.
Throwing now, Sanders on 1st down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Judkins going to get it on the zone read. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
Now, Sanders. And this is going to be incomplete. And it's great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Here we go. Let's go.
They'll try to throw for it with Sanders. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's not going to get there. Couple of yards short. And this is going to be a turnover on downs. Brian Thomas now, and the Jaguars offense getting set for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the 1st half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the 3rd quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
On the red.
Throwing is Lawrence. Going to get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Red 23.
Now a handoff. ETN. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
It's a gain of 20.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Hey.
Fourth quarter now, and it'll begin with a run by Etienne. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Man in motion here is Washington.
Ginger.
2nd down, Lawrence. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. They put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down.
Ralph. Hey,
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. To the right side, hauled in by Miles. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. He's got it at about the 8. And the left 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score.
And he'll take it on in. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Little on now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. We'll start at the 4. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. The Browns offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Open man, and that's Tillman. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. It is 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Dylan Sampson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. He'll run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Sanders. Flushed to his left. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we wish you a good night from Cleveland. For football now at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Tonight, a good one coming your way in the AFC. It's the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are
Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olson. That's the rookie Tyler Luke. He begins this one. Off we go here in Baltimore. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. 2nd season now for Bo Nix.
You know, you think back, Mike, to a year ago, 6 quarterbacks taken in the 1st round of the NFL draft, and Bo Nix was probably the least heralded coming out of college, but was able to lead his team to the playoffs, and he really did it by earning his job out of training camp, and he never looked back. 29 touchdown passes, the most ever by a rookie in Broncos history.
2nd down. Nix to the right side. He's got Ingram, the tight end. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. That's 3rd down coming up. He'll try to run here with Harvey. And he will have a Broncos first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and yards.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So, nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next 3rd down situation?
2 receptions for him on this drive. This one, good for 16 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
And the Broncos first down.
We'll go play action with Nix. Moving kick. He got all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard, and sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He finds Mims. It's complete. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a first down as well. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harvey. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Harvey. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1 yard pickup brings up 3rd and
8. A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they begin with 3rd and 8. Here's Nix to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos. Will Lutz now for the PAT. The kick is good. Broncos will take a 7-0 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. 2nd down, Jackson. And caught, Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Baltimore. The shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson. John Franklin Myers. He gets through to drop him. And it's a loss of 4. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. Not fun here. Third and a lot. From the gun, Jackson. And the defense unrelenting, a third consecutive sack. On fourth down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Broncos offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive first and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. They'll throw. It's Nix. Open man, right side. He's got it. To the 20. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Denver.
Well, on one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed up a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some hard questions. They've got to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong defensively, because if there's one thing in the NFL, you cannot give up big plays, and you especially can't give up big plays for touchdowns.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll start out first down and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Jackson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. And that ball intercepted by Pinsertan. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So anytime you're really sensing pass, Mike, the first thing you want to do, flood the field with defensive backs. Good things typically happen. I mean, that's a great call there by the defensive coordinator to counter that play, because no matter where that ball was going, they had someone in the neighborhood who had a shot of making the play and getting them off the field.
He's closing in on 200 receiving yards for the game, and we haven't hit halftime yet. A definite storyline to follow closely. Maybe adds to it here as they embark on this next drive. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. That is There's a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
Broncos, first down. First and goal, Denver.
Mims sent in motion here. And he's in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos mistake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. A safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and that will lead to a second down. Now it's Jackson. Headed left, buying time. He's going to keep it himself. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down. From the 34 now, it's first and 10. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. We'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Ravens offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on first and 10. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 2. Now the first carry for King Henry. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. Moving left.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down. On fourth down, they snap it to Jackson. He keeps it himself. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. So a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard. And it's first and 10. Moving to his left. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down. Jackson now. I had defenders draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
10 yards to go.
Now, Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll swing this out wide to Henry. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. On play action, here's Jackson. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. The Broncos offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. Not much happening there, just a short gain. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He runs with it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
A run once more, that's Harvey. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
3-yard pickup, and it's third down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down. Throwing is Nix. That's caught by Harvey. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing. Nix. That is hot. What a throw. Troy Franklin. Touchdown Broncos. Lutz for the extra point. The kick is good. Broncos are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Second down and 10.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to run it.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
On third down, Jackson. There he goes again. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Jackson now on second down. Open man is beaten. He's got him. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now it's 2nd and 1. To throw is Jackson. And it's left side and caught by Flowers. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw in the pass is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Again, it's Jackson. Forced out left. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Throwing Jackson. On the move left. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And it just seems like anytime this offense has gotten anything positive going, it's been this pass rush that has immediately shut it down. And this has been a clinic tape on how you rush the passer. And I promise you, they want to finish this thing out here with a shutout.
Flush to his right. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. 3rd and goal for Jackson. Oh, that one floated off his back foot. It is intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. Inside the 40. Still going. And he's going to take this back all the way. Down Denver. Well, they had a big hole to climb out of, and now it is even bigger. Greg, the defense was waiting for it, feasts on it, and they get to celebrate with a pick 6.
Well, a very fitting way for this one to come to an end here, Mike. This has been a completely dominant defensive performance. This pick 6 here in the 4th quarter ends what has been a total runaway.
So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. And this was as good as it gets, all three phases of the game in perfect harmony as they post the lopsided shutout victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, we wish you a terrific night.
Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Just about set for football. Blake Groupie is ready to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Here's Burrow. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up the guys elsewhere. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yard is?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. They go play action with Burrow. This one complete to Yoshivas. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it second down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, and someone jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man is Yoshivas. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
12.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Bengals first down.
Burrow looking to pass. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down in a few inches.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bengals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
12.
Brown. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
180. What is that?
Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the young rookie out of Notre Dame.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They bought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Burrow throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Andre Yoshibas, 28 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it second down and 12.
Got it. Ready?
Off the play fake. Leonard. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. He's not on his own sideline and in his locker room. Because I think the team's going to look at him and, Coach, well, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. From the side complete. That's Brown. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Here we go. 180.
Now it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man off the left side is Brown. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
1-1, ready?
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Andre Yoshibas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Indy set to go on offense once more. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll look to throw now, 1st down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
Here we go.
An inside give, Brown. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that is no good. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From the gun, it's Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Motion. Viking 18.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Leonard. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Big 13. Big 13.
They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
180. Playing cut.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Man, it's Brown. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
To the air again, Burrow. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And they go play action now. Burrow. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he's going to have the Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
11 empty.
Draw play for Brown. They juked him and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
1st and 10 at
Here we go.
the 23-yard line.
180.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Open man is Chase, complete. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Colts 19-yard line.
11.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here we go. 180.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. They'll set up to throw. That is caught. And the Bengals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good for the Bengals. First down. First and goal.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
In motion right goes Higgins. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Mike Gesicki, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Back to throw. Leonard. A short one there, caught by Ward. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Off play action. Leonard. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. So the completion results out in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
At the 45-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
And the Colts, first down.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Leonard. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Back to throw. Leonard. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Leonard. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on on downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go.
Right back to Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
11 Thomas. Here we go.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Indy. Beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Miami Dolphins. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
And And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Louisville.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Here's Shuck. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Saints first down.
To throw now, Shuck. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Shuck. Now it's up, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb able to get him for a loss of about 3. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, the Saints' new man for 2025, Kai Kroger on to punt. Malik Washington deep for Miami. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done, in his mind, each and every time.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. H-Chan here, they stay on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Tua sets up to pass it. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's good. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Dolphins, first down.
Now H.A. on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Tua. To the right side and complete to Washington. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line.
And the Dolphins, first down. First and 10 at the 45.
Now Tua going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff as he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Tua. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one. It just felt incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now a toss right side. H.M. with it. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd down, it's Kamara again. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield. Now a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he is going to have a Saints first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. So he stopped for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. To throw is Shuck. This one complete. It's Devon Vele. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Throwing, Shuck. Little short pass here to Hill. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And his kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's second down.
It's second and 8 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
That's good for Dolphins.
So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hansen. It is our EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, take it away.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to our studios in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and we'll keep it brief because the scoring has been brief. Just 1 field goal as we play on 3-0. I was promised there'd be touchdowns, so let's find out if we could get one in the third quarter. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Just 1 field goal in a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
A run straight ahead of Achane. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 30.
That's good for Dolphins. First down. 44.
On play action, here's Tua. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
18-yard line.
Up the middle, Achane. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Saints are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
First down. A gain of
They go play action here with Schupp. There's a short one caught by Johnson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. He'll keep it himself. Well, this will wind up a Saints first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second and a couple. Coming left is Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. From the 38 now. Here's second and a couple. Looking outside, and he's got him in. That's Johnson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. From the shotgun, it's Schupp. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like it take that type of a play.
Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Foster Moreau, 35 yards. And the Saints are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Well, we lasted all the way to the fourth quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL and teams can...
Well, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. Open man is tipped in. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Saints. First down.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Shuck now to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot. Backed up. From the gun, Shuck. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up, a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Chase Young in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Tua going to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
2nd down and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here's Shuck. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick? swooping in for the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami. From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Leading them out, a familiar face for the other sideline, a guy drafted first overall the year the Rams moved back to L.A., and the face of the franchise really for 5 seasons, Jared Goff. Quick toss by Goff is complete. Oh, nifty juke that breaks it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. 2 yards to go, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Lions.
In motion, the tight end. Now a play fake, and it's gone. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And Goff picks up the first down and then wisely slides to the ground to avoid the contact. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Cameron Curl up to make the tackle. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now it's Goff. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. St. Brown in motion right. fourth down. Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. The Rams offense ready. They're backed up to start their initial drive. They're led out by someone who needs no introduction to these Lions. Their quarterback for 12 seasons and the franchise's most prolific passer with over 45,000 yards and more than 300 touchdowns. It's Matthew Stafford. That stop made by Jack Campbell.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 10.
On the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Now Stafford keeps himself upright. He'll try and do this himself. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try to match his intensity.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
4 yards.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
A gain of a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Punt formation for the Rams.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll be picked up 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Goff going to keep it himself. And he is going to have a Lions first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Gibbs straight ahead. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. A shotgun snap for Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Detroit.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Gone. That'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40.
St. Brown in motion right. Again, gone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 33, here's 2nd and 9. Now gone. He's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Third down.
Here we go, tonight. Black 20.
Throwing again is gone. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's gone. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Rams, nothing.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And the Rams going to take over late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And just shutting him off there. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hanson and crew, thrilled to be with you from the Orlando studios at EA Sports, and we'll keep this one short and sweet. Just one touchdown on the board so far, 7-0 at the half. Will the offenses pick it back up? To find out, let's rejoin our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Oh, good return up past the 30. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I've established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Alex Anzalone from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Boy stays up. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe making a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Oh, what a juke into space. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Play action. It's gone. Around the caught. It's St. Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
First down, Lions.
On the give, here's Gibbs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In motion goes the tight end. Out of the gun. Gone. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Ferguson. And he'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here we go on 4th. Goff. And it is caught. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The hitch route works. It's something you see quite a bit on 3rd, 4th down in these situations, and they got it to go for them.
And what you're counting on is a couple of things. One, we want the guy catching that route to make people miss right away, almost like a punt returner. And 2, you're expecting to pick up some blocks once he gets to the 2nd level, able to get downfield. And on that play, everything came together.
180!
To the air again. Goff. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. To throw is Goff. And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to help.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The things just kind of continue to unravel for them here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard. And they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Goff now to throw. He's got it to Williams. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5.
20.
They'll send Williams in motion right. Here's Goff. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it is now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Oh, good move. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. I hate to say, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone that offense knows it'll stick.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Nakua, 74 yards. And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Now gone. And that's called in by St. Brown over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Goff throwing again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Detroit.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this state,
Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football. And now the Rams have got it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score on a full return touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get it. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
a lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. The give, right side for Gibbs. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 36 yards. And the Lions have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
We'll get this complete to Whittington. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. 3rd and 9 here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Down the right sideline. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Rams 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Rams take over.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
They'll try and run for the first with Corum. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A gain of 3, 2nd down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, look at the juke. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.
The Steel City is ready at Acrisure Stadium here in Pittsburgh. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2025 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olsen, that's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Off we go from a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
You know, it's just so funny to see a veteran, a first-ballot Hall of Famer like Aaron Rodgers, at the end of his career really bounce around and look for that final place that he can make home to kind of go off into the sunset and put a final chapter on what's now a 21-year NFL career. So what are the expectations? I think around Pittsburgh, they expect him to be Aaron Rodgers. I think he's healthy. I think he's motivated. And when he can be out there every single week, there's very few guys who have played the quarterback position better over the history of the league than Aaron Rodgers.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Edger and Cooper getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he will go all the way. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Steelers. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. Through the rain, the kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here's Williams on the return. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter.
And I think each of the last 2 seasons since he's become a full-time starter, Mike, all we've seen Jordan Love do is improve week by week, year by year. And when you talk to his head coach, Matt LaFleur, he's very clear. He said, there is no question in my mind. He can become one of the elite quarterbacks in this league. He just needs to do 2 things: stay healthy and keep winning.
Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
From the gun, it's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
That's good for a Packers first down. It's a gain of 10. And a Packer first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down.
And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a run with their tight end. And nice work here. He's got the first down to about the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Packers first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football as they've got it starting 3rd down and 2. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Packers are on the board. It's 7-3.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Start this on the ground with Warren. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. From the gun, Rodgers. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on third down.
Makes it 3rd and
2. They'll try and run it here with Warren. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
On 4th down, Steelers send out Corliss Waitman to punt. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packers offense ready for their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
2nd and 10. Back to throw is Love. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
A 28-yard gain. 1st down, Packers.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. In motion goes Dobbs. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit, because that one went nowhere.
3rd and 9. Here's Love. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Chargers. That's complete. Calvin Austin.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. On the handoff, this is Waller. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be
nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. And Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go with Waller. That is rare. You don't see 3rd and 17 converted all that often. First down. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers go out to a 10-3 lead. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hanson for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hanson here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. The rain might not be as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down as we get set for this second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Packers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Brings up second and 9.
From the 24 now, here's second and 9. Now Love. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
On comes the Packers punting chief, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. To return is Williams. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jalen Warren, set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's the change of pace back. He's Kenneth Gainwell. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Gets to the edge at the 30. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Once again, it's Warren. And he will get into the end zone. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers move out in front by the score of 17-3. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Packers offense about ready to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. In motion, Reed. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second and inches. Jacob will get it to start the fourth quarter. And he's going to have the first down yard across the 50 to the 48.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now. And partially, it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Going on second down, Love. This one on target, it's Dobbs. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
And it's third down.
To throw is Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now fourth down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and And whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds they've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Open man, right side, he's got it. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. As that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down. Here's Love to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. The linebacker, Alex Highsmith, in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there. So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Steelers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And a good job defensively to rally to the ball. They hold them to a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run the toss with Warren. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. A run up the middle with Warren. This is here with another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
Steelers getting ready to put this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
New notification. Doughboys Allo 847 disconnected from remote play. New notification. Doughboys Allo 847 connected using remote play. New notification. Microphone muted.
They'll drop to throw. Off balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here comes second down. Here's Jacobs. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
But after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Towels waving, Steeler fans on their feet. It's third down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Packers.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down. Now Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Packers going to use their final timeout now. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Second down throw for Love. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
So anytime you find yourself in third and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away. So here as the quarterback, you can't take that sack. You have to understand it's fourth down. While you don't want to throw a pick, you've got to get this ball out of your hand and give one of your playmakers a chance to make a play for you and extend this drive on fourth down.
Rodgers will take a knee, and that should do it. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.